Hi, and welcome back to the From Scratch podcast. I am Sarah. This is episode 8.
And I'm Bree, and today we have Mariah Kirkman from Easy Squeeze Lemonade. And Mariah, before the podcast today, you sent me a little bit of background info about yourself. And so before we find out all about Easy Squeeze, this is kind of what you've been doing in all your past lives. So I have it here to reference.
You have past lives, huh?
Yes. She has a lot of past lives. So her first venture was becoming a cosmetologist and spent years helping their clients look and feel their best, which I feel like lends itself to your personable attitude, like chit-chatting with people at the markets and stuff like that.
Yes.
You know, you're always, connecting with people and stuff. So that makes sense for sure.
I love people. Absolutely.
Then you became a mother. Most rewarding thing you've ever done.
It is.
Then she was, get ready for this.
I'm ready.
You will never guess.
I bet
she
I
was
will.
a professional cage fighter.
No, you weren't.
Yes.
It's rather intimidating.
Yeah, I know. So we have security, right? If
Yes,
we need it at the
yes.
market. Okay. So
I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Yes.
That's
So she
hardcore.
said in this era, she learned to embrace discipline, determination, and resilience.
Yes.
Then she became an author. Okay.
What?
That was a hobby that ended up being, I just kept going with it.
Yeah.
And I think the end game is usually being published. So it was published in February of 2016.
Okay, what is the book called, though?
It's called The Transference, and it is written in my pen name, MJ Wingo.
What
Wingo is my maiden name.
Okay.
And then MJ is just my first name and middle
Okay.
name, the initials. So, it was
Wow.
published in 2016.
Wow.
Currently looking for a new literary agent.
You're still
If
writing.
anybody knows one.
Yeah, kind of, but not so much. Now I'm just raising babies again.
You know, people say you should write a book about that. And you
should.
literally wrote a book.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's fiction, but it was like
Okay.
a story that I just couldn't. It just kept playing in my mind, and
Wow.
I sat down and hand wrote the entire first.
No,
version.
you didn't.
Whenever I had spare time, I'd sit out on my back patio where I used to live in Newark, and I would just handwrite it in journals, and I had 4 journals full. And then I kept telling people what I was writing about, and they were like, "That should be a movie,
That's cool.
or you should write. You should like try to get it published."
Yeah.
And so I was like, "You know what? I will." And then when I got my first no, I was like, "I'm not stopping. I'm gonna keep going until someone picks it up and publishes it." So that's kind of how that happened.
That's cool.
Yeah, that is really cool. Writing is something that's always kind of in the back of my mind, and I keep saying I'm going to try it. I'm going to do it. So maybe, maybe
be
I'm going to try
perfect.
it.
I'd have to record everything
You
instead
would
of
have
writing
to,
it.
You would have to voice note it
Yeah,
out.
I would. Yeah.
They have those too.
Oh, I bet.
But mine would
Like
be
an
like
audiobook.
Mine would be full of like and yeah and a lot.
Yeah.
They can edit that out. So then she transitioned to healthcare. So you were doing 4 years in an ER room
The pandemic made me want to help people.
and getting firsthand experience in patient care and emergency medicine. And then you followed a new passion and decided to launch Easy Squeeze, which is what we're here to talk about today. And so just tell us kind of where did that come from?
Yeah, lemonade.
How did you make that jump from healthcare to lemonade?
Well, my son. So in 2005, the best job I've ever had when I became a mom. So Jordan, he is 20. He was going away to Marietta College, and I wanted to help with tuition. So we moved here, and I didn't know anybody. Like I said, I grew up in Newark, and we moved here, and I was working at the emergency department here at the hospital, and I was sitting around, and it was actually with my husband's family. I love them. Love my
Are they
in-laws.
from here?
They are.
Okay. So that's what brought you.
And I love them, yeah. So we moved here actually after I gave birth to Evangeline, who is going to be 3 in 1 week.
Wow.
So we moved here. She's the only grandbaby. She's the only niece. So we moved out here. I really like it out here. So I did that. April, I was thinking about how can I help Jordan with tuition. I saw a girl, I think she's under Lemonade, Liz, on TikTok. And she was like, I paid off my college tuition with doing this. And she had a lemonade business that she started, bare bones, pop-up canopy, just like I did. That's what I ended up doing because I just kind of took her idea and was like, yeah, let's do that. So in April, I was doing that,
Of what
planning
year?
it, 2024.
Oh, so recently. Well, recent-ish.
As soon as I came out, I kind of came out like a bullet.
Okay.
It feels like, because I had to learn really quick, and I am a quick study. So in August was our first event, and we got our first chance here in Cambridge at the car show.
Okay.
And we killed it that day. Like, we did so good. We sold so much lemonade that day. When we got in the car and I started like kind of looking through the till to see kind of how we did, because at the time I was running Grenadine lemons, ice, more change. I didn't have any idea what to expect.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I got in there and I saw kind of the sales generated, I actually started to cry. That's the stuff that makes me cry. I'll never cry about like feeling sorry for myself or pain. I'll cry over like serious, awesome family, children, wonderful news. So I cried, and I was like, I think we've got something here. So it was just like that. That's how it started.
Awesome.
And I was like, this is cool. And like, it put me in front of people, and I love talking to people. I loved lemon shake-ups ever since I was little. My dad was an entertainer, and he was a musician. He was a lead guitarist at a band. And so he would always be at events. He'd be at concerts. He'd be at fairs, festivals, and he'd have us children come along. And I would always look for the Italian sausage sandwich, the funnel cake, and the lemon shake-up.
Yeah.
So after that, I was like, lemon shake-ups. Like, I love them. And with the flavors you can get a hold of now, like, it's limitless, in my opinion. So.
And yeah, you guys do a lot of cool, different themed. I feel like I see when you go to different events, you always have like a featured drink for that event. And that all, I'm sure, just comes from test and trial and of course the theme of whatever that event is.
Yeah.
And I think too, like, you can diversify and customize lemonade. And so it's really, truly for everyone. And you don't just have lemonade, right? What else do you have?
We have teas, and
Yeah.
we custom those. We add the flavors, and I use a different brand of syrups than anyone else.
That's cool.
And mainly because I really like the way they tasted. So we did have, back to the amazing in-laws, they would come over. I would put out some different things and then just tell them what, try and tell me what you think. And so we all kind of unanimously agreed on the syrup that we use. I kind of keep it a little bit secret unless you see it. I mean, you can see it in my stand anyway, but I like it because it's not what everyone else is using. So it really is a unique taste compared to everyone else buying those really popular brands, which are delicious, but I do teas, a lot of teas. And this one is specifically for lemonade and tea. So
I didn't know there was, a difference, but you don't know until you know.
yeah,
Yeah.
that is, you don't know until you know. And that's my motto, it seems like.
Trial and dare.
Yes, trial by fire.
Trial by fire.
Death.
Fire.
It's lemonade. Shouldn't be any death involved.
Shouldn't be. And now you have those shaking muscles, right?
Oh yeah, like, so my arms, they and my forearms, they get like so jacked because we hand press everything. Every single lemon is squeezed by hand, so I do feel like I could maybe win an arm wrestling contest now.
Do your hands ever like cramp and then they're just like stuck in like the position of like the thing? Or...
In the beginning of the season when you start, like after you've had like the winter off a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and your arms do get tired in the beginning, but after like 3 or 4 weeks,
Yeah.
nope, you're back to muscle memory again.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool.
It's like when you have a baby, you got to build those baby muscles, right?
Yeah.
And then you don't have a baby for a couple more years, and you're like, man, my arm hurts, and you just build those baby muscles.
Yeah.
You're like, gosh, you're heavy.
The only
Yeah.
reason I say that is because I held my niece today, and I was like, man, I have no baby muscles anymore. Like, I am weak. I'm very, very weak.
Well, I remember, there's like 17 and a half years between Jordan and Evangeline. And I remember being like, good God, was he that heavy? And I'm like, he had to have been heavier because he was a much bigger baby. And I was just like, oh my Lord, like, ugh, come on, kid, walk now. I know you're 3 months, but so.
And she comes along too. Soon she'll be behind the counter squeezing lemonade and shaking it for you.
Absolutely.
You just put the lid on,
But
right?
for now, she just makes the demands. Like,
Absolutely.
she does the, mommy lemonade, mommy lemonade. And I'm like,
I saw her a couple weeks ago at the fairgrounds
Yes.
market, and she was just happy-go-lucky playing in the rocks. Like, kids just entertain themselves, truly.
Yeah.
It's the best.
took the dirt,
Oh, yeah.
gave herself a
She's
face
sweaty.
mask, a mud mask for sure.
Yeah. That's my favorite thing. When the kids come to the market, you see them how they arrive and you see them how they leave.
Yeah.
And it never looks the same.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
That's a job well done. You just got to let them be. That's the only way you can have sanity.
Yeah. For
And they
sure.
have fun.
I mean, really, yeah.
And they're a part of it too. I think that's so important.
And we
Like,
did that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I was that younger sibling at the ball field.
yeah.
My brother's out hitting home runs, and I'm baking mud pies or whatever I was doing. So, yeah.
That's what you got to do.
Yes.
Lemonade pies. Now.
Yes.
Yeah. Lemonade pies with the
Lemonade.
bees. That is my question. I'll save that for later. I do have a question about the bees.
Okay.
But you started in 2024 at the Cambridge Car Show.
Yeah.
And you came to the market. This is 2026, right? So last year would be
Yeah.
2025. How
Yeah,
did you
so
find
how
out
did you
about?
how'd you find out about the co-op and what made you want to apply to be or ask to be a vendor?
So I was doing some of those the Guernsey County dairy goat vendors markets on Tuesdays, and I met you.
Yep.
And that's how. Like, you mentioned it, and I was like, what is it? And I was so new, so I'm like, I will try anything. Let's see this. And then I was like, yes. When you started telling me about it and when you sent me the information, I was like, yes, 100%. Like, I love the really charming vendors markets, farmers markets. I love people. I love interactions. I love meaningful, intentional conversations. But I also love fun surface ones where it's just like, have a drink,
Yeah.
enjoy it, have a beautiful day. Like, let's all have a beautiful day.
Right.
And so it was irresistible, and I wanted to do it.
And I feel like it was received really well. It was perfect because it was like cooler in the morning, so coffee was great. But then the kids, I'm not going to give my children any coffee in the morning, but then the kids had the option of lemonade, and you
Yeah.
even did the kids activity where
Yeah.
they got to shake their own lemonade. I just
Yeah.
think it's like a summer deal. Like
Yes.
when you go someplace in the summer, that's what you want.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
I think it worked out really, really well. I had seen, so I knew you were going to be at the farmers market on Tuesdays
Yes.
last year, but then I first saw you on Facebook. I used to work for Rolling Hills, so all my Rolling Hills pals were
Okay.
constantly posting about this Easy Squeeze, and I was like, I have never heard this before. So that's actually where I found you first.
Okay.
And then I hunted you down. I'm just kidding. I didn't do that, but you do a lot
That was
out
the
there
easiest
too
one ever.
for Rolling Hills. You really do. I mean,
Yeah.
you set up there almost every Friday, right?
Yeah.
That's
they
fun.
asked me to.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, that's fun.
It really, yeah. And so when Evangeline goes to school, that's where I want her to be.
Yeah.
Because the teachers would come out and I'd be like, so how's it going? How are the kids? And they would never say anything derogatory, and they always just like were so happy with their jobs. And I was like, I want her to go here.
Yeah.
That is in fact where my husband Zach, where he graduated from.
Okay.
So I love that guy. He is
He
is the reason why I am so pleasant to he just, now I could cry. He just tells me that I'm so smart all the time.
Yeah. A good support
And
system.
and every day he tells me he loves me, and all day long he proves it to me.
Aw.
So it's pretty cool.
You guys are definitely a good team. I think there was maybe a handful of times where you guys weren't together last year, and it's probably because you were doing a 210 setup someplace.
Yeah, maybe.
Just,
or
well, you,
or his work schedule.
okay.
Yeah.
You also have a good clan. Who else was there last year?
Oh my gosh. So I feel like most people look at our pictures from last year and they think that Quavon might
Yes.
be the owner of the
Okay.
business. Because
Well, good
I'm
for
always,
him.
he's like, why are you always taking pictures? Like, why do I always have to be? And I'm like, because I'm the one behind the camera.
Yeah, make him take the
Yeah.
pictures this
So
year.
that is Zach's half brother, his little brother.
Okay.
So I really have a very, really do treat him like my little brother that I always wanted that I could have beat up on when I was little. But I was the youngest.
you can still do that now. No
So
one will say
that's what I
anything.
do. I know. And he's like, oh. But yeah, so he is really like my right-hand man. And he knows, I think he just knows me so well now that he just knows what I'm going to say. I'll point and get ready to say it, and he's like, I got it. When we're setting up and stuff. So he totally hook, line, sinker fell for the idea as well. Fell in love with it just like I did.
Franchise.
And he believes in it. That's what I said. I was like, buddy, let's get this going and everything. And he has some aspirations that are along the lines of that, but he also likes the idea of cocktails and some
Interesting.
spirits and stuff. And I'm like, well, a traveling tavern or something. Who knows?
But it's a good business model. You know, you can diversify it in any way, but he sees right away like what your business model looks like and how you started, which then leads to the next question is where you are now. So looking at where you started and where you are now, what have you seen the most growth in your business specifically?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I know. I didn't come up with it, Bree did.
That is a good question. Competition.
Okay.
Competition, even though it's lemonade, it seems to be getting very fierce.
Yeah.
It's lemonade. I didn't expect that. It's getting really saturated.
Okay.
I don't disagree with why. I think it's because it is really fun. It's probably the best job I've ever had.
Yeah.
My boss is amazing. So, yeah.
So that I think when competition comes around, then that pushes you then to do something. Some people it does to push yourself to stand out.
Yeah.
So how has the competition allowed you to push yourself to stand out and be like, well, everybody else is doing one thing, but I'm doing my own thing. So how do you make it your own thing, and what sets you apart from the competition? How do you keep that difference?
Sometimes it is a struggle because it does seem like you are working against yourself sometimes, so you can be in your own head.
For sure.
And I think I've always had a mind that works very fast and very fierce. So sometimes you get in your own mind about it. Well, they're doing this, and they have this many followers. Well, they're saying this, and well, they're posting this, and that can get caught in there. However, so the part about me is basically is the buzzword competition. I'm a competitor. I became a professional fighter, So I'm not afraid of any sort of competition, and I think I can honestly say that having fierce competition really makes you knuckle down. It really makes you polish up, really focus on your craft. What is it that will send people to my booth,
Yes.
to the coolers in the Brick House and other places? What is it that will make people choose me?
Yeah.
Which
What is it? What is that then?
I care. It really is made with my heart. I'm not just throwing things together. Everything is made very intentionally. It is made with everything I have, with all the thinking ahead and wanting people to enjoy the experience instead of just, hey, here's a lemon shake-up, kid. Go on home, have fun, thanks for your money. It's not like that for me. This is how I pay my bills. Well, this is how I help contribute to the bills because I have a husband who is an incredible provider. But this is how I contribute to my family. And this is how I was helping my son pay college tuition. So I'm very serious about that. I take it very personal. I take my family life very serious. I love it, and I'm very serious about it. I love my family, and I love the serene environment that I try to create at home for us. And part of that does kind of bubble over into I want people to feel better after they've come in contact with me than when they met me. So I like that idea of the room should be better once you leave it.
Yeah.
Like leave something in better off condition than when you found it. And so lemon shake-ups just happens to be the thing that I'm in love with right now, and that's what I want people to enjoy. We cater to everybody. We cater to people that are not able to indulge in the sugar that much, whether they're diabetics, like my mom. So I had mom in the ear, like, well, you really need to, and I'm like, I do.
Yeah.
There are people just like you that should be able to enjoy it too.
100%.
And so trying to make it a customized experience for someone is important.
Yeah, and that's important to customers too because they want to feel like there's something special there for them and that they're getting something special made for them. And especially like us, who we've talked about food's our love language, when we can go get a special food experience, that makes your day and that makes it memorable for whatever the day may be. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm going to ask you a really hard question, okay? So because I've been caught up in those competition loops before where you are very upset by something that's going on. And
Yes.
then I had to step back and I had to ask myself what moves I was making
Yeah.
out of response to competition
Yeah.
versus what moves I was making that aligned with my actual vision.
Yeah.
So do you ever catch yourself
Yes.
making moves just in the name of competition and not necessarily moves that are true to your heart? And how do you step back from those and be like, whoa?
Once again, I'm going to talk praise to that husband. He's like, babe, you're smart. And there is nothing that you couldn't figure out. So, and he's very supportive, and he's a big protective kind of, he just makes you feel warm and fuzzy like that. And so, you know, there are things that I have seen competitors, I have a very fierce competitor that is not, he is in the same county. And I appreciate the hustle. I appreciate that we both came up with, this is what we like doing. And I think he's smart and I'm smart. We're smart. It's a very awesome business. All of the positives, like I said, there's so many. So I understand why people are involved in it and they want to do that. I think truly, if I am to be candid, I think he watches me and I watch him, and I think that we're both pretty smart. And I think that if we were smarter, we wouldn't alienate the community to where they feel like they have to choose one side or the other. Because I think that lemonade is amazing, no matter who makes it.
And
Country Time,
mine is
Weiler's,
not good.
I don't care. I love lemonade.
Sarah
And
Burris's lemonade is not so good.
I'll give you a recipe.
Okay, I'll watch some
You'll look like a
TikTok.
genius when you're just like, it's just this many lemons, it's not a big deal. But I do like to still make it myself. Mainly because I can't help but to be myself. I do pay attention to some really, well, to be honest, to be successful in this business, you do have to watch the, what's the word I'm looking for the fads, for the trends.
Sure.
You do have to kind of keep up with that sort
Sure.
of stuff. And I'll see something and I'm like, that's a great idea. So-and-so is doing that. Or customers, because they've seen so-and-so doing
Sure.
that. Or because they have experienced it and they really liked it, they'll ask about it. And those are my customers too, and I want to make them happy.
100%.
They're special.
Yeah.
They really are. Every single one. So I will be like, I'll look into that. You know, the creamy lemonades that I started doing last
I
year.
saw a picture of those. Those look very
Debbie
yummy.
Rowe was like, "Hey,
Oh, no way.
one of
Aw.
the vendors like markets the dairy goat one.
Yeah.
She came up. She had a little mixture of what. Can you put this in?
No
I saw
way.
it. I think she said she saw it on TikTok or something.
Okay.
I was like, "And do you mind adding that to my cup or whatever? Or I can add it." And I was like, "Sure. Like, what is it? I'll make you a drink and you
cool.
can add it." So she did. And then I said, "Can I try that?" And she said, "Yeah. Here, do you want the rest? You can make yourself one." So that's how I was like,
Aw.
I didn't use the exact same thing that she did. I slightly changed
Sure.
it to what we did, but I love it.
Yeah.
Love it. And
That's
it
really
is,
cool.
they're very, very good.
I picture it in my mind like those lifesavers, you know, that had like they were orange. What, they're called something.
The
You can't
cream
remember.
savers.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
things. That's exactly what I picture.
And that's what they, yes.
I bet that's what they taste like.
The strawberries and cream.
Oh,
Absolutely
yummy.
fantastic.
I'm excited.
I love it. Yeah. They're very good.
Have you
Very
done
good.
an orange dreamsicle?
Yes.
Yeah, that would
So
be
good. That's my favorite. So I don't know if you've heard of Dirty Tabs. They are a dirty soda stand that like just popped up, I think like last year. And so last year they were at Jonathan Bide's. And I don't know how many of those things I drank. I was like, "You want lemonade? I'm drinking you for-" And those things, I love orange soda, so it's right up my alley. So.
Yeah, that sounds yummy
Yeah,
for
I'm
sure.
plugging in all these people. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no,
I
you're
think that's
good.
good. Well,
You're good.
you even did collaborations within our market last year. You
do.
did the blue
Yes,
butterfly.
that was so popular.
With May and
So
Jay,
cool.
and you did some honey. If
Yes, the
I'm
honey
not
lemonade.
mistaken, like
Yes.
that was. I just thought that was really cool, and that's what our co-op is all about. It's
It
all
is.
about community. It's all about, you know, bringing what we have to the table. Even if our highways are the same, our lanes are completely different, right?
Yes.
So, you know, last year we had 2 meat vendors. We had multiple sourdough vendors. we had multiple
so awesome.
skincare vendors, and we all found our lane at the farmers market, and we collaborated, which was, I just thought that was so cool. And I think that's what makes our market so unique.
It is.
Because, you know, everyone has a seat, everyone has a spot, and we really encourage collaboration. We don't just, you know, accept it and think it's pretty cool. No, like we encourage those things to happen. And so that's really cool.
It did feel like that. And there were times where I spent my
Earnings.
and I loved it. I was so happy. Like I was like, oh, the pizza you made.
Yeah,
That
was so good.
pizza with the bacon.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
so I
that
went
was
and bought
Rachel.
everything
Yeah.
individually. 'Cause
That's
I
the
was like,
goal.
yeah.
That
And
is the goal.
I love that you guys, it's like you guys put out, you lead by example, and you put out that whole, like, let's collab, let's all just sit, have a seat at the table, but don't be afraid to lean in, guys.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. And so I really love that that was the whole undercurrent during the whole summer.
Yeah.
It was really cool. And I like that kind of idea because that sort of behavior, that sort of thinking is something that maybe is not on the forefront for me sometimes. But when I see other people doing that, it is inspiring. And it makes me so much more conscious and so much more aware of it. And I like when people do that. So I want to be like that.
Right.
Like I like when Bree includes me and stuff. And I like when Sarah asks me to do this and welcomes me in and wants to bring me in. So I try to be that way.
Yeah.
And you know, it's humbling at the same time, but it's also so rewarding.
Yeah.
So I like it.
It's definitely more than a market. It's created to be a community of people, and that's been extremely successful.
Yes.
It has.
Even if, you know, the market weren't until 2 years from now. I feel like we don't have an off season really. Like everyone still works to collaborate, and
We all still
just
get
the
together in the winter.
excitement. Yeah, the excitement of it just carries through, and I think that's unique. It hasn't died off yet. So I think
No.
we've got something special.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think so too.
So you're, if I'm not mistaken, the new product that you're bringing to the market opening day is the creamy lemonade, right?
That is going to be one of the things, absolutely.
Okay, so what's next on the horizon? Like
So-
looking down the line, you've got some new things that are hitting your table, but what's next?
So creamy lemonades, definitely. And I definitely had gotten together with Amber Wells, and we talked about we loved the butterfly. We loved it,
Yeah.
so we loved it. We're going to do that again. I want to bring a few florals. I did play around with some blueberry lavender last year. Really good.
I have a funny
Um,
story about lavender.
do
You're
you?
not using the essential oil, right? Because I tried to put
Oh, no.
essential oil in my coffee. This was a couple years ago, and I quickly realized it was actually someone did a lavender coffee, and I was like, I can do this at home.
Oh,
I don't even think I
You
can
don't
fix
use
that.
essential oils; it's syrup, right? Just making sure. Yeah.
I
Or
mean, so people,
you
don't
use-
people use peppermint oil sometimes and things?
I don't know. I
don't
don't
know either.
ingest.
yeah, this was
essential
like
oils.
oil that you would put in your diffuser, or like
Yeah.
rub on the bottom of your kids' feet. That's what I did. I consumed it. Didn't go so well. I didn't even use a lot. Anyways, okay. Yes.
You probably cleansed yourself. You
I'm
probably did some sort of
I'm
like
sure I did.
medical miracle that you aren't aware of yet.
Sure, I did. Anyways, moving on. Lavender and what were you saying?
Blueberry,
Blueberry.
yeah.
That sounds
And
delicious.
I do like the florals. Like so, at the vendors market on the dairy vendors market, it is hibiscus. Hibiscus.
I love
and-
hibiscus.
Yeah. So I'm messing with those flavors too. So it's really neat. I find a syrup that is a very obscure flavor and I'm like, what can I do? And I look at it, I see them at stores and I grab up whatever they have and then I go home and I get to work quality control, start drinking everything.
Yeah.
Would you ever entertain the idea of popping boba?
I
She
would.
says no.
No. I would, but maybe I wouldn't.
Okay.
Because the fierce competitor, he who must not be named.
Okay.
He does that.
Okay.
And
I had no
I do
idea.
think it would be one step too far.
Okay. Yeah, do your own thing.
But people are like, oh,
Absolutely.
and I'm like, oh man. So like, also because to me, it would mess up my flow of shake,
Sure.
and stab it and
Yeah.
Where
Well, and I
shake,
think-
shake, shake, pull it back off.
That's important discernment. Like, I'm sure
Yeah.
you get requests all the time, and
I
you
do.
just, at the end of the day, you just need to do what you feel like you need to do.
Oddly
You know
enough,
what I
I
mean?
don't have that many people ask about boba.
I
Okay,
love
what
that
about
stuff.
what about the Montana inspired flavor?
What?
What?
Do you know what's the
Huckleberry! Huckleberry, can you find someplace Huckleberry? I'm from Montana.
Bring it on.
Huckleberry. Yeah. I'll find it. I'll find
do
it.
it.
My parents love that too.
I can do it.
Huckleberry!
I'll find Huckleberry.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can call it
we'll
the
make
Montana.
Okay.
Or the Sarah.
The Sarah.
Whatever you
Sarah's
like. it's fine.
Montana.
Yeah. Huckleberry.
listen,
That's
that-
such a good idea.
Those are the
You
kind of
bright.
challenges that I look for. Where people are like, oh, I don't really like this, but can you make? And I'm like, yes. What do you like?
If it doesn't work, it's okay. But my vote is yes.
Listen, there is nothing I haven't been able to make work yet.
You'll have at least 5 customers, right?
Oh,
yeah,
at
your
least.
mom, you,
Oh,
your
yeah.
dad, Tim.
Honestly,
oh, yeah.
what I also learned about this county, first off, Licking County is meaner.
Oh.
Everyone here is very, very nice.
Oh, wow.
Yes. I'm like, oh my gosh, I get to be nice here. Licking County is fierce. It's very fierce and very mouthy, very loud people. I think that's why I'm so mouthy and loud. But people in Guernsey County are just very nice and accepting, in my opinion. So they'll accept Huckleberry. And they're always
We're like,
really,
what's a Huckleberry?
and anything new, they're so happy to try it. They're so excited to try it. They love the novelty ideas,
Yeah.
and they're so excited. They get their little ones excited. They're very accepting, and it's very fun. It is very cool to see people that, oh, I want to try this, and like, so our cotton candy lemonade.
Oh, yeah.
You get that dollop of cotton
Yeah.
candy, and I love the look on the kids' eyes. They turn into saucers. I mean, just pow! And they always, and I think my favorite part would be they look at their parent.
Yeah.
They like, like, it's that moment. And I'm like, I know. Thank your mom. She's the coolest. Like, I love that. I love
Kids aren't
that.
allowed to have the cotton. I'm just kidding.
I know, like, give me that.
Go ahead. Have
I'm
some.
testing it for poison. I think it is poison, so give it to mom. But no, they love that, and so I love that excitement. I'm like, yep, core memory right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Remember that time when we were little, Mom, when we went to the farmer's market and that lady, we got that lemonade and had all that cotton candy on it. Like,
Yeah.
I can remember the core memory, and I'm like,
That's
core
cool.
memory, love it. So
That's cool.
that's the stuff I like.
Yeah,
That's
I
awesome.
love that.
Yeah.
So, how do we connect with you? Where do we find you? I know you're like in a million places every week. I'm like seeing your things. You're here, you're there, you're everywhere. So, where are you going to be coming up soon? What's the best way to figure out where you're going to be?
Follow. I'm on Facebook a lot.
Okay.
So Easy Squeeze Lemonade Stand on Facebook. It has the logo that you see everywhere.
This logo right here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one.
Everywhere. And you follow us, and honestly, like every day or every other day, I'm telling you where we're at. I'm telling you where we're gonna be. I'm always using ChatGPT to help me generate those really eye-catching things because I'm sorry, I'm not
They
an
are
artist.
cute.
I am
the
not
little
art-
lemon thing is
You
cute.
see Squeezette, our
yeah,
new
she
little-
is cute.
With
Yeah.
her little pigtail, like her
Yeah.
ponytail, and I'm like, yeah.
The little umbrella one was cute, I thought.
And she was sad because
Yeah.
like we're not gonna stay. Yeah. So, upon that though, there is the information. I do believe it has the number to Easy Squeeze, so you can get a hold of me if it is important. Leave a message. I screen. And there is also the email is listed on there, honestly, and you can message us. I am on top of that all the time. I check my emails, my work emails constantly during the day, every couple of hours. Same thing with the text messages, same thing with the direct messages through our Facebook page. TikTok, I don't get to after those two as quickly, but Facebook is basically my main platform right
Okay.
now. So, and you can get a hold of us, and you always see because we're always posting what we're doing, you know, and we're pretty transparent about where we can be. Make it easy for a stalker.
Yeah, your timeline is truly a story. It's not just, you know what I mean? Like you just capture where you are and you can follow even if people aren't, going after where you're setting up. It's just, it documents your growth, your process, your business.
I think that's another thing that you can expect. I'm always setting up near some of the most talented and creative people I've ever seen, whether it is a food truck or other vendors or crafters in the midst and everything. So I have kind of started thinking that I'm going to start doing those. Hey, look what I ate today. This is what I did today. This is and doing my take on them.
Yeah.
And just being like, okay, so here's the food truck that we're next to. This is what I got from this one, because that really is, can we be honest? That is what I love so much.
Yeah.
About the food truck Fridays at Meadowbrook. I get to see all my friends and the schools and all the sweet babies and the food trucks. I mean, we have some amazing food trucks around here. We have Spud Muffin, Dagan's. I mean, Culinary Collisions. Have you had them? Oh, God. I mean,
You should start a vlog.
I think I'm going to.
We're going to tour farm stands. You should tour
Yeah.
food truck businesses.
I think that's what I mean. Like, isn't that great? And so they have Culinary Collisions has this thing. It's called the cheesecake sandwich.
I could
It
get
is
into that.
like, I will fight my family. Like, get out of my cheesecake. Like, and if I'm in a really happy mood, I'm like, I got 2 of us, so you can have one. You all can split this one.
But this
it's-
one's mine.
It is absolutely delicious.
Cool.
It's mouth-wateringly good. And their foods are so good. Dagan's, I love Dagan's. I get their munchie basket. So, like, I'm a huge foodie. And I love, getting the bacon, eating this, and doing that. So I think that is also another thing. Collaborating, putting it out there about the really awesome food trucks and the really talented chefs that we have here. Like Malia Moore, I would eat anything that woman, she could plop down in front of me. I just would, because I think she is very, she's very smart, and she makes very colorful meals. You make colorful meals.
Thank you.
No, really, I see them and I'm like, I should start making dinners for my family like this. My family deserves better.
Notice how she doesn't say anything about my yummy foods. It's because I don't cook.
You don't.
No.
You just raise them. You
I
just
do.
raise everybody
I do.
else's food.
It's true. It's true. My food makes itself.
No, like, you use colors and your use of colors and your use of, like, the variety of ingredients and stuff. I was like, I gotta step up my game. And that's the stuff that I like. I really do like that I can enjoy seeing the genius in other people. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
If somebody couldn't come to where you're set up, can they get your products elsewhere?
Absolutely. So if you are not able to hit the events because you're an adult and you have a job that pulls you to work all the time, there are 3 stores currently that do carry my products. We have Where It All Started, the Brick House. In fact, though, High Street started carrying them first.
Okay.
But I was approached at the car show this past year that we had in Cambridge. Someone came up, gave me a card. Have you ever thought about doing a brick and mortar thing? And I was like, no. No, look at my tent. And it led me to Dalton and Nate. And so I reached back out to them and they were like, let's talk. So we met up and it turned into like, did we just become best friends? Do you want to do karate in the garage sort of thing? And it was like, yeah, okay. So like, I hadn't thought about bottling it quite like that because I just, the lemon shake-ups thing and stuff like that. So having someone think that it was that good, that they wanted to have it bottled and sold to the community was very flattering and very, very, once again, humbling. I'll say that again. It was very moving. It was very rewarding, feeling like, okay,
A lot of extra work.
someone else sees the value in it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. If my legs look like they've gotten longer, it's because I've jumped through hurdles
Sure.
and hoops.
And it takes, we talk about this too with a lot of our vendors' products. Like, there's a difference between being a cottage bakery and being a licensed home kitchen. There's that, like, next step up. And when you want to grow your business, there are some next steps that you have to take. And you get to choose whether or not you want to walk into that arena or whether you're like, hey, I'm good in my space right now.
Yes. That was the worst part for me. If people want to say, what is your, like, when was it? The stuff I didn't know, that the health department would come and let you know, and you're just like, no idea.
I had a very similar experience when we first started, but you don't know what you don't know, and once you know, you do better. And that was really our vision for all of our vendors. A lot of our vendors, we walked through the licensing process with last year.
And I love that.
And that was so important to me on the vendor side of things because I didn't have anybody to do that with. And so I had to ask all the questions that you're like, no, don't ask that question, you know? And so I just feel like going back to the co-op, like I don't want to say we grab your hand and hold on to it, but we will if you want. You know what I mean? Like, we'll make the calls, we'll ask the questions. We have all the quick guides online and contacts with the state and the health department. And I feel like those symbiotic relationships are really important just because there are things you just need to check off, whether we agree with them or not.
Yeah.
And you've, I'm sure,
and honestly, like when you see, to be honest, when you really do rely on your clientele and your patrons, and you really do start to get to know them because you start to see them pretty regularly, like every week at the school.
Right.
You see the children that are walking up, you know that they behaved really well because their mom promised them, if you are good, I'll let you, if you have no bad grades and no bad, remarks, on Fridays, I'll take you to the lemonade lady. And I'm like, that to me, once again, core memory. That's the stuff that I like, living forever in someone's memory. But that the whole point is you want to keep those people that support you, you want to keep them safe. You want to make it to where you can serve them better and safer. And you do want to give them that experience, and you want to do right by them. You want to do what is best for them and best for you. And so that stuff is hard, but if you really love what you do and you really love your customers the way you're claiming, you're going to do it. You're going to swallow your pride, take it, put it in park, and you're going to take those steps. You're going to do the hard stuff.
Yeah, the hard
You're
stuff.
going to do the things that are unpleasant. They're time consuming. They're obnoxious. They're redundant. You're going to do that.
Right.
Yes, I'm talking about the bottling stuff.
Oh, I'm sure it's tedious because the bottles are little. And the necks are little.
Oh, I don't mind that. It was like all the certification stuff that I was just like.
Yeah. But you have your final product.
And I love that I have it. And I'm
right.
like, see, I did this. I didn't do this just for me.
Sure.
I did it because there were people that were counting on me.
Yeah.
And there were people that I wanted them to still keep enjoying it whenever they felt like it, instead of having to chase me down at whatever event I'm running off to in Sandusky and in West Virginia and all these things, because I have that heart of a little nomad that just runs off and stuff. So I want them to be able to experience it anytime they freaking want to.
That's great.
And if their child is doing something, you know what? Why don't we swing by Pure Love Bakery, grab a donut, and they have a Scooby lemonade there. Like, they can grab it anytime they want.
Yeah.
You know, so that's another business I'm in. We have the brick house that is right here downtown. Freaking love that place. My son goes in there every single day. I'm like, I made lunch. He's like, I'll see you, Mom. Love ya. And he goes in there, and then he has the coffee at the social. He has, they know exactly what he's going to order every time he comes in for that. He threw him off yesterday. He got, I think, a mocha. But he's like, nope, I miss my
You got to keep
my
everyone
reliable.
on their toes, you know.
Yeah. And and then
And High Street.
High
in Seneca?
Street. Yes. Now that's a little bit of a different crowd. That is so it's like the only store basically around there. So we sell it by the gallons, and we sell a lot of it. A lot of gallons.
Well, the
there.
lake goers, lake houses, that
That's
makes more
right.
sense.
They come, they load up on their stuff, and then they come back and get more and things like that. So that is really cool. And then I am courting a few other places.
Cool.
Around. I think in the New Concord area and a few other places, West Lafayette. And I want to take some back home to where I'm from.
That's cool.
Because people only know me as a fighter. Back in Lincoln County, that's, so like when I got married, I was like, yeah, let's change my last name. go to Guernsey County, where everybody knows me as Mariah Kirkman.
Fresh start.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everyone's just kind of like, she's scurry. And I'm like, only if I'm hungry.
You shake with a smile.
I do, yeah, because I'm happy.
Yeah.
Things are very good.
Good.
Things are very good. I'm very blessed. God shows me a lot of favor.
Yeah.
A lot of favor.
That's wonderful. Okay. You get to do the favorite section, but I get the random question.
Okay,
Okay.
so in your spare time, what do you like to read, listen to, watch, entertain yourself with? What's your guilty pleasure, or what have you been into lately?
So my husband is my best friend. I grew up in a very good home where my mom and dad really were best friends. That was not entirely the case with my first marriage. Just loved him very much. Zach came along in the weirdest time in my life, and we immediately knew we were soulmates. And so anything I do with that man is fun. We play Dungeons and Dragons with Quavon. We are cerebral and cool and nerdy. We love watching movies. We like to cuddle up on the couch and we watch movies and eat popcorn.
Okay.
We love going to the city park. We walk our dog and we take Evangeline, and we love utilizing the park.
That's nice.
And we're getting into the whole frisbee golf.
Oh, okay. I haven't.
I'm horrible.
Yeah, I think I would be bad at it.
I'm
My
too.
frisbee's
horrible.
on the roof currently.
Yeah, like I'm horrible. My son Jordan, the 20-year-old, he's a natural at everything. So I'm like, you're just annoying because he is good at everything he tries. Ugh. It's wonderful as his mom because you can be proud, but when you have to play against him, you're like, yes, you're great, wonderful. Whose turn is it? Sort of thing. So I do like to do that stuff. I love music, and that's about it.
Okay.
Cooking.
Cooking.
I really do like to cook
That's good.
a lot.
That's good.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you keep yourself busy when you're not shaking it up at the
Yeah.
lemonade stand.
That 2-year-old, she makes me very busy. She is me in a 2-year-old's body, and I don't understand how she's like a bitter 42-year-old lady. I'll be like, would you stop being bossy? No, you're being bossy, Mommy. And I'm like, I am, but I'm your mother. So
That's a fun age though. Lainey is
Oh,
2.5. She'll be 3 in November, and it's just it's who she is. She's the only one that's truly 100% me. So
they're very lovely. They
Oh,
are.
Yeah, a mirror image.
Great.
She was crying all day about I don't even know, like anything and everything. She was just throwing a fit, and I was like, I have those days too where I just want to cry. Today's not one of them. It's apparently her turn.
Not everybody can have their same
She's
crying
like,
day.
No,
on
but
Monday.
believe me, in my house,
It happens.
It happens.
Yeah.
We all have the same day.
She's like, I got the first watch.
Yes. Let's do a random question.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So my random question is, I always ask questions because I want to tell my answer.
Okay.
But you can go first.
What?
I'm going to ask you the question, but I'm going to tell you my answer, but you get to tell me your answer first.
Okay.
Okay, so my question is, what's the most
like
random
this.
thing you found in your backyard? You can think about it. I'll go first.
Okay.
I came home from church Wednesday night to 12 cattle panels set up on my hill and 4 of our show heifers tied up in my backyard.
Surprise.
It's show season. That's all.
That's interesting.
Yes, you walk out my
Can you
back
tell
door.
me why? And
Okay, so my husband and I raise Texas Longhorns, and
Yes.
we have a show herd.
Yeah.
And the heifers, they're a year old. They were over on lease property, but the show's in 3 weeks, and they needed to come home, and so they're home, and we lead them to water and feed them, and yeah. So if someone comes to my house, like we had a lady from church drop something off this week. She drove up my driveway, and she saw the cows. But we live just outside of town, like right across from Respect, so we're out of city limits.
Okay.
But still, like our road has other people, and it's not like we have a million acres. Yeah. Like the mail carrier came by, and I had to sign for something, and he came to the back porch, and he goes, I was not expecting that. He said, I heard mooing, but I didn't know what it was the other day.
all right.
And we just pray they don't get out. Okay,
Yikes.
that would be my random thing in my backyard.
I hate to say it. I don't think I've had anything that exciting found in my backyard. I was like, trying to go back, like, well, when I lived in Newark, we had to clean up the backyard and stuff, but I got nothing.
Nothing random.
You know what? No. Actually, right beside, well, we moved there and everything, and it was on the East End, and I don't know, anyone from Licking County in Newark knows the East End is a little on the rough side, but we like it because it's full of heart. Someone had stolen a bike and left it in our yard.
That would be random.
We went out one day and we were like, there's a bike.
Like an abandoned car in the middle of your field or something crazy like
they
that.
They had stolen a bike and just thrown it like in the back end, like basically where the alley met the backyard.
Nice.
Left it right there.
I had the reverse thing happen to me in college. Someone stole my bike from behind my house.
Oh.
I was really salty about that.
Did you ever find it?
No, I didn't.
No.
I was like watching people when they were riding by on campus. I was like, is that my bike?
What would you have done?
Tackle them.
Yeah, I would have chased them down and been like, hey,
like,
that's
you have
my
a nice
bike.
day.
Yeah.
I hope you like my bike.
Yeah.
Stick in their
Yeah.
spoke and let them pull it over it and
there you
take it.
go. But
Fierce.
It was never located.
Are you a
That's
cage fighter
awful.
too, secretly?
You probably should have been. I feel like I'm telling you, it takes a certain type.
It's the getting hit back part
I've never liked that either.
that
That's why I would just do everything.
Yeah.
So that like I would prevent, like I remember people, and so like people used to be like, my mother, why can't you be normal? And I was like, you should probably ask yourself why your child isn't normal. But you're so pretty. Why would you? And I'm like, Mom, I'm actually good at it. Like, you know, and I'm a hairstylist. I can fix my hair so it doesn't show.
Yeah.
But now, like, it just takes someone with a lot of, like, I ended up getting into it because I was just a miserable person. I used to be an athlete in, middle school and high school, and then I became an adult. And adulting is not fun. I think that's why they let us drink alcohol. They feel sorry for us. They're like, I'm sorry, here. But that's not what I wanted. I needed something, it felt like. I felt like something was missing. I had a good job. I was a hairstylist directly out of school because I went to Licking County, JVS is what it was called at the time, so I graduated with my cosmetology license. So I was only 17 and was a hairstylist since then. I still hold a cosmetology license because I love it.
You can chop my hair if you'd like.
Chop it? No, I'll trim it.
Okay.
I mean, unless you want it chopped.
I don't know yet.
I'm not much of a chopper.
Oh, okay.
I'm more of a just do what they say. But unless you say chop.
No.
Yeah. But and then I just I'd always watch UFC and things like that. And then one day I went to a local cage fight and
I
watched
didn't
these
know
two-
that was a thing.
I've been to some around like Akron and stuff.
Wow.
I went to some of those.
I went to one of those and gosh, fell in love that night
Wow.
with the idea. And I remember being like, yeah. And there was an after party and I was talking to some of the guys that had competed that night and I was like, I could do that. And they were like, what do you do for a living? And I was like, oh, I'm a cosmetologist. And I remember he reached down, grabbed my hand, and I had acrylic nails. And he goes, yeah, right. Like that. And he goes, I think you're full of crap. And like that right there was like, oh, I love when people say I can't. And so I was just like, no, but really, I think I could do it. And so I went down because he said, I don't think you're on it. I don't think you're serious. But if you are, we train here at this time. And I went down there and I got beat up for 2 hours.
Ouch.
And I loved it. They did jujitsu, so they were pretty nice. They did jujitsu on me and just threw me around and crunch, ow, and all that stuff. But I was like, man, there's so much I can learn. And so it just piqued my interest where it was like, it's a mental game. It really is. It's a mental game of physical chess is what I'd like to think. Are you smart or not? Can you keep your cool? Can you keep, your game plan going? Can you execute the way you want? And so it turned into like a very serious, how good do you want to be? How many sacrifices do you want to make? How far can you push your limits and stuff like that? So something like that, it is, it's impossible to deny that that brings out the best in you.
Yeah.
And I think it does bring out my competitive nature now. Like it's just how it is. Like I'm not going to let myself admit that I'm not good at that. I'm just going to work really hard and be good at that sort of thing. Why would I ever want to just, instead of being good, I could be great? Why be great when you could be phenomenal sort of thing? So that's ended up what I got from it.
Yeah. You take everything from little pieces of, what you did, builds who you are. And I don't
does.
think you're ever done building that.
It does.
That's cool.
Hopefully not. Some people are, and that's not good, but
Yeah.
hopefully not. there's some people out there that want to keep growing and keep learning and keep changing. But so I think that's important.
Those are the people you see
Yeah.
the co-op.
Yeah,
honestly.
absolutely.
Yeah.
They go after it.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. They are not just sitting and talking. They are out believing.
Yep.
They're burning their loaves of sourdough because they're trying and they're, they're like, wow. They're polishing their craft. They're really becoming craftsmen, and that is such a cool thing.
Yeah,
To look
and-
around and see it.
Yeah, and you have to fail sometimes. You have to be willing to even try to fail. You know what I mean? Because starting the co-op, believe me, I was like, I don't think this is a good idea. I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know if anybody's going to come to the market, but we
It
tried
did.
it, and look where we got.
It worked.
And so, sometimes just getting over that first hurdle to just actually trying it. I do Peloton, and I have a Peloton instructor that I like to take, and she's always like, you did it, babe. You made it on the bike. That's the first hurdle. You made it on here. It's like, even though it's sitting right there in your house sometimes, it's so hard to get on it. You're like, oh, I don't really want to do this today, but I'm going to do it. And so, and she's always like, at the end, she's like, V for victory. We were victorious today. We got out here. We did it. And so I think stuff like that's just really inspiring to just try. Just try. And the co-op is full of people who just tried and kept on trying. And like you said, we're willing to fail and keep going. And you learn a lot from the failures.
You get knocked down.
Yeah.
You do. Even in lemonade.
Yeah.
But you just keep going.
Yeah. Yeah.
And and it's great because you really can kind of be your best teacher. You really do find out what you can be made of.
Oh,
if
yeah.
You just keep going.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And talking about the customers and stuff like that, there's a little layer in there where you have to suck it up sometimes and be like, oh man, I messed up, but I need to make my customer happy, or this is my customer service, and admitting that you're wrong, or, admitting that you made a mistake and being like, oh, that's on me or whatever.
Yeah.
It goes a long way. Instead of the arguing or, being like, oh, that's not how it was or whatever. Like, I think you have to be receptive to the customers and listen to their feedback, because your customers will tell you, they will. They'll show you.
I'm not there for me in my experience.
Right.
I'm there for them.
Yeah.
So really they are the best resource. You can tell, and you have to make yourself though approachable.
Oh, for sure.
Because there's, we learned in marketing about people that are walkers and people that are talkers. There's a lot of people that are just walkers. They aren't going to say anything. They're just going to go because they don't feel right talking about it and things like that. So, I mean, you really owe it to them, and you really got to try, and it's so important.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It is. It's the most important thing, especially in the business that we're in.
Yep, for sure.
Get that feedback and make them know that you are at least listening and trying to help.
Yeah, definitely.
You tried to get out of your random question. You tried real hard.
Oh, I looked out my back window the other day, and there was a turkey in my flower bed.
Yeah.
So that was my thing. And then 2 days later, a baby deer, like tiny baby deer.
So spotted and cute. Like, where's your mommy?
It was the mommy was there. It was hopping around in my yard. I
You're
was like,
I love you.
so cute.
You could have a bottle calf. It'll do the same exact thing.
Oh my gosh. I
No,
love
thank you.
doing the bottle calf feeding.
Yeah.
And if you didn't hold on to it, it'd suck.
Yeah, our bottle calves though become the most annoying cows because you're doing something and they just are on top of you all the time. But that's okay. His name is Buck the Duck. It's my kids,
So my grandma had a 60-acre farm, and we'd go and we'd fight over feeding the calves. It was so cool.
Do it every day, and you can't get your kids to do it anymore because it's a chore then,
Now it's no longer fun.
Now it's no longer fun.
All right, I'll bring Evangeline.
Oh, yes, that would be great.
She would be like, ooh,
I really should start charging people.
Start farming out
bring-
kids.
Hi, 50 cents and you can feed the calves.
Can I bring
Hey,
Buck to
this
the farmer's
sounds like
market?
a money-making scheme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a scheme, an opportunity.
Opportunity.
Yes.
No,
Opportunity.
no,
I'll bring
it's,
Buck
we are
to the
selling
farmer's market.
experiences.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there we go.
Right? That would be fun.
Yeah.
It would.
Would
It
that be
is
allowed?
fun.
I don't think that's probably allowed in city limits.
Well, what are we gonna do about like the poop and stuff?
Well, I mean, you could always diaper it. Lainey has extra large pull-ups for nighttime. No? Okay.
No, I
Well,
don't
we'll
think
leave
so.
Buck the Duck off the vendor market
Sorry.
roster.
Sorry,
but you will see Easy Squeeze on Saturday at our opening day farmers
Yes,
market.
you
Yes,
will.
With
amongst
the creamy lemonade.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
My favorite is the mixed berry because we do like strawberries and cream, peaches and cream, berries and cream, and the classic lemonade, like the classic creamy, which is really good. You ever had key lime pie?
Oh yeah.
It kind of would remind you of that, except for like a creamy lemonade, like a creamy lemon pie.
Like lemon meringue pie.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so good. You
I'm
like,
gonna
and
try
it's such a happy little surprise that you're just like, because at
You
first
should
you're
do,
like
like,
cream
flights.
and lemons, huh?
You should do like flights.
Maybe.
Like little smaller, but you buy the whole flight. You walk around with your flight.
Oh my
of different.
goodness. Like how people do shots keys, but it's just little flights
Yeah.
of lemon.
Yeah, and like coffee shops will do that too.
Yeah,
my
they
cousin
really
owned a coffee
do.
shop and she would do it. But I bet you could find a disposable little deal and they can just, try and
I'm
taste
gonna
test.
try to
and-
make that happen sometime this summer.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
I'm very excited about going to the Guernsey County Fair. It's Saturday. It's gonna be so busy.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
how was it last year? Because did you go last year?
We didn't
I
do
mean,
Okay. We
our
didn't
vendors
do
didn't vend.
Yeah.
We were there, like, as
Yeah.
just fair
Yeah, but
goers.
the market being there is a new thing this year.
So what are your expectations for this year?
We have no idea.
For the fair or
Yeah.
for the market in general?
For the market in the fair this year.
I think the market is going to be wild. I think it's going to be, based off of last year, it's going to be crazy, I think.
Yeah.
I mean,
It'll be
I think
good for our
people are going to be
vendors.
selling out. I think there's going to be tons of traffic. I think that it's going to be awesome, for sure.
We didn't know how the Christmas market was going to go last year, and it far surpassed
I
our
missed it,
expectations.
and I was so sad because it looked like it went
Yeah.
off so well.
We'll be there this year too. Not next year. That's still in 2026. We'll
Well,
be there this year.
hopefully
as well.
we'll be there next year.
And next year.
Yeah.
And moving forward. But I
Yeah.
feel like anything that from scratch puts their foot in, I think is just going to be really cool. Our vendors make it. Like, from scratch is just the community, our vendors
Yeah, we
who
would
come
be
and
nothing.
show up.
We would be
Yeah.
nothing without the
It's all them.
vendors, truly. We put the call out there, and people answered it, and that's...
Yes and no. It's a very wonderful it's a very wonderful win-win, honestly. Because let's talk about the meeting I went to.
Which one?
The
Our new
one
vendor meeting?
when you walked us through. No, the one before that. When you walked us through, it was so helpful.
The
Can I
new
just
vendor
tell you?
meeting.
Okay.
Like I remember being like, oh my gosh, all this stuff. Like if I'd have done this quicker or whatever, like learn this
Oh,
stuff quicker.
I
It really
Yeah.
helped. Like when you were like, you need this,
Mm-hmm.
you need this, you need this, you need this, you need this. Let's get that stuff ready because when the health department comes, we all are good. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I remember being like, oh my, if I had done this before I started my business in the beginning, whoo, so much easier. Like
Yeah, that's what we want.
Yeah.
Looking back, I knew from personal experience, but also that's how a lot of our vendors got started, and even vendors who had been established, it just gave them more momentum. Like I see some of our vendors who were with us last year, they're opening up farm stands. They're going to their city council meetings. Like they're putting retails in. Like their growth is incredible. But they got that start and that strong foundation so they could just take off.
Was that your intention? Was that what you would think so I have a question. So what was it you had saw in the beginning, what it was and what it is now? Are you you're like, yeah, that's pretty close to what we had in mind? Or are you like, no, this has grown so much more than what we had expected. It actually took a turn for even the better. How was it?
So it's been both. So through my business and the type of meals that I offer and through the type of meals that I saw were popular, through my customer base, through seeing on Facebook that this person's doing this person's doing this person's doing this, and really not seeing a way for them to connect with their customers on a regular basis. When I first started doing my meal prep, I would post a menu, cook it on Thursdays, and then I would let people know on Fridays when the pickups were going to be. And then, to my shock and surprise, was irritated that people weren't able to make the pickup that I just gave them 24 hours before. And I just learned a lot along the way. And my business has grown tremendously. And I just saw all these little things that I did along the way that helped it make it easier on me, for one, to run my business as a one person. My husband helps me, but everything is, all of the behind the scenes stuff is
One
all
woman
me.
show.
Yeah.
You
And
give
so,
yourself- toot your horn, huh?
so I just saw all these little things like having a pre-order for pickup, having a consistent place to meet, having a safe place to meet, and I was like, surely if all these people are buying the honey, eggs, whatever, surely they would want to buy it all in the same place.
Yeah.
And so many of the farmers markets in the area were just diluted down crafts and resale, I'm going to say it, trash.
Yeah.
And we wanted to, I was confident that there was enough people in the area that we could put together a food only and natural body products market. And so we just kind of put the call out there and people answered it. And the popularity of it has surprised me, honestly. I kind of thought the Christmas market turnout would kind of be more like a 3-year, maybe been established type of crowd. But that the interest and the people coming back week after week has surprised me.
Yeah.
Has surprised me. But now, and like, I'm always kind of studying people and studying the demographic and studying my demographic. And, you know, I've been doing this now for 9 years, and I have trends, and I have sales trends, and I have demographic trends, and, you know, there's trends like with the news. Like, it's just always, and so
You've got to stay with it.
You know,
and it moves fast.
Yeah, and so I've kind of done my homework and stuff like that. And so that's kind of where we thought, okay, I think that there's enough support. And then once everybody kind of got together, and then the people could see like how they could source everything. And my goal is for people to stop sourcing stuff from the grocery store and from corporations, and to start sourcing it from the people in our community.
From your neighbor.
From their neighbor.
Yeah.
And, you know, we live in this county together. We live in this area together. And until
You're right.
there's true support, we'll be stunted in our growth as a community.
Yes.
And the From Scratch Co-op is a place for true support. And I think that you can see the amount of people that started their business the very first year with us last year, where they've gone in their business and what people can do with a little bit of support.
Yeah.
A little bit of people that believe in them, the way, like, that see them the way they want to be seen.
Yeah, and I know for myself, I wish that there had been somebody there to help me. Try to navigate the laws, try to navigate, because my business is kind of in a gray area of a gray area of a gray area. There's not really a business that operates exactly like mine. And so just trying to figure out that I was not really breaking any laws was very difficult. And I was very nervous about that. And so we just wanted to help, because I know that that's like an entry border for people.
Yeah.
Like they see all those hurdles, just like what you're talking about with the bottling.
Yeah.
And so we wanted to kind of hold those people's hands and let them know that it's okay. We'll help you. We'll get through this. And to just have that support and be like, we've got your back. So
And it can be done. We
And
have
it can be done.
28 vendors on roster, with more that have reached out. We keep getting people reaching out. We have so many people that have done that, like have gone the extra step, and
And the more people
are able to help.
support, yeah, and the more people support the market, and the more people support the people that come to the market, I think the more people will be interested in producing these types of items and offering a bigger market. And eventually, one day, our long-term goal would be to have some type of business or something of our own, to where we have a kitchen for use, we have vendors,
Yes.
spaces.
workshop space.
Workshop space. That's our long-term goal. And that's really kind of what
I think what you guys are doing is very infectious too. I think everything we do is infectious. So, because of the warm fuzzies and the collaborations and I loved it, because like I'd look around and I'd just be like, oh my gosh, like this is so cool. Look at how gifted and talented. And that's the stuff that, like, it is inspiring to me. And like I'm like, I must be too. And this is great, but you guys really do put out that vibe. And you know what? It's not just that you wanted to do it. This community really needed this. And it's made it clear it needed it because it's utilizing it a lot and it's growing and a lot of more people are just embracing it and liking it. So it's really cool to be a part of it too. And so, and to witness it and to watch it. So I'm all for it. I love it. I appreciate it because it's good for me.
Good.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, everyone should come on Saturday for our opening day. We start at 8. We go until noon.
Yep.
We have a full
433
vendor
Wheeling
lineup.
Avenue. Yep. You're going to go. There's going to be a bike show, I think, in town. So you might have to go down Steubenville. But yeah, we're going to be down there, 433 Wheeling Avenue, 8 to noon. You'll see us.
New signs, whole bunch of vendors, new vendors. We have brand new vendors hitting.
I'm excited.
Yeah, the space with us this week. So it'll be really cool. We have some.
It's
fun
a
things in the
not
pipeline.
to be missed weekly event.
Yes. Okay. Well, that's all for this podcast. We will see you next time. And don't forget to come and shop with us starting this Saturday, June 20th from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. at 433 Wheeling Avenue. Thank you.
Thank you.